need inspiration, idea, or just someone to help you get creative in your free time, and you want to bring anything you see in your sketchbook using ink and watercolors, then you're on the right place, and I'm so happy to welcome you to my channel here. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Gabriela and you are welcome on my creative channel. Here today we are sketching another quick and easy autumn subjects. So I started my autumn spread, and in the previous tutorials I sketched the leaves, and we also sketched a bunch of other stuff. So if you want, you can grab your supplies and let's get started. Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you will not miss any of the coming videos. Now let's dive in. Okay, so before we start, let me tell you about the supplies. I also have some links below with some supplies that I really like and recommend. Right now I have the sketchbook from Hanne Mühle, and I have 100% cotton. It's a very nice watercolor sketching sketchbook. I'm loving it so far, and I don't have all of my sketches from the challenge in here, but just some of them. And I'm going to use my Princeton brushes. I really like the Velvet Touch, and I have two different sizes, size 4 and size 10. And I also have a wash brush in case I want to paint a bigger area of my paper. My watercolors are from My Mary Blue. I am loving them because they reactivate very quickly. They are very creamy and super nice to use. Don't stick to my brands. It's totally fine to use any of the watercolors you have. White Jelly Roll pen and a Micron, Pigma Micron fine liner that is waterproofed, which means that when I add watercolor on top of it, it will not bleed. So that's very important. Then I have some water, I have a towel, I have a heat gun to speed up the process, just because I hate waiting for my watercolors to dry, so the heat gun is really helpful. Then I started a spread of autumn subjects. So the first 3 were some leaves, and these are the previous tutorials, so if you didn't watch them, you can definitely check them out. And today I want to paint some berries. I love them, so let's see how this is going to work. I want to show you a different technique, and I will start first with watercolor and then I will ink. It's a little bit more loose technique, and I still love it. So there is not just one technique for ink and watercolor that you can use when sketching. So let's experiment, and let me show you the not that traditional way of ink and watercolor, and it's called reverse watercoloring. So we first do the watercolor, and then we are going to outline some of the shapes. So let me just grab my, I will use size 10, but if you feel like this is too big brush for you, you can definitely go for a small one. That's absolutely fine. And for the berries, we are going to use some red. I have my alizarin. Here it's rose alizarin that I have, but you can use your favorite red. And I will reactivate my paint. You can see that I am using the paint directly from my pen, so it's more concentrated and nice. So I'm adding less water and more paint to make a nice creamy mixture here. I'm wiping my brush so it's not dripping paint from it, and then I will make a few circles just like this. I will dip my brush in the water, wipe it on the side, so it's not completely clean, but there is still some paint. But because there is more water, now you can see that it's a little bit more transparent. And I go on the paper, make a few more circles, touching the first ones, so the paint actually bleeds. I dip my brush, wipe it again on the side, and do it one more time. So I have different values of my red. If you need a darker value somewhere, just take some of this paint. I will wipe it again so it's not too much on my brush, and I will go in, tap it around the edges while it's still wet, and it will bleed and create very nice and fun effects. You can see that I have lighter and darker reds. Okay, these were my berries. I will wash my brush and I will use some burnt umber. Any brown is fine. I just have burnt umber on my palette. I have a limited palette, so it's not full of colors. So as a brown, I only have burnt umber. That is very close. And of course you can mix your brown. I will just use the color I have. And then I will follow my sketch and paint my branch. I am not focusing that much on creating a perfect lines because nature elements, they are never perfect, straight and aligned, and so that's what I am really searching for as well here. So I am going with the tip of my brush so I can create these tiny lines. And because my berries are still wet, my brown will bleed a little bit. I'm not bothered by that. I actually like when the paints just bleeds and mix on the paper. It's somehow messy and very fun, so let's just enjoy it. That's why we have sketchbooks, right? To see what will happen if we mess it up. And actually, even if it's on a separate piece of paper, that's also fine. All right. If you need to get it darker, you can always pick more concentrated paint and add it somewhere around the edges, so you can create a nice deep illustration like this. All right, I will wash my brush and I need this to dry before I add some ink lines. It's very important because otherwise you will ruin your pen. So make sure that the paper is completely dry and then you add the ink lines. I can use this moment to let you know that this sketch, the outlines, you can see here, they are available as an outlines template on my Patreon. So if you're interested, you can check it out. I will link it below. You have exclusive content and so many more templates to use for your creative time. I will use my heat gun to speed up the process a little bit, and I will add some light. Okay, now that this is dry, I will take my fine liner and I will start inking. So I can barely see the pencil sketch from below the watercolor. So I will follow my sketch lines and just ink. So I have some berries. I usually start with the front berries, like this, and also this one. I have some scribbles for the small details. Like this. Okay, something like this. Let's add a little bit of outline here around my branches. We can add some scribbles for some extra details. Of course, if you feel like you are more into watercolor, you can definitely add details. I really hope that you get this as an inspiration to your own creative hobby, or you can definitely follow step by step what I did and really copy all the steps and bring this into your sketchbook. Sometimes I know it's a little bit hard to start, it's a little bit hard to enjoy the process, especially lately when we are all so busy and the life is just crazy. We don't have to lie about this. And it's really hard to just calm down, to relax, to just have some fun, some time for ourselves. So I really hope that this tutorial will help you get some time for yourself. Now let's add a little bit of highlights. I'm using my Jelly Roll pen for this, and I am adding a little bit of white where I have the darkest parts. So I'm just adding small scribbles of white, some little dots, some little details. I'm not making it perfect, but just, you know, little scribbles to bring back the light. It's like light reflections, just something small. All right, maybe a little bit here. So my rule about adding white is where you really have the darkest parts, you add a little bit of white. So you are really searching for contrast, and then this definitely remove all the flatness you have on the paper and brings all this yeah, it definitely makes your sketch more alive. I don't know, I hope this makes sense. I think that's it for today's sketch, and I hope that you enjoyed it. That was it for today. I hope you like this quick and easy idea, or I think it was easy, but let me know in the comments if that was easy or not for you. I hope that you liked it and you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new, of course. Thank you very much for watching and joining me on this creative journey. And yeah, I think that's it for today. All the links you need will be linked below. If you need to check out my Patreon, join the community there, or get all the outline templates, I will link it below. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Here are some links to another videos that you can watch, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you will not miss any of the coming new videos. Okay, that was everything. I will see you next time. Bye!